here, the foundations. So this format is that you get an opening hand of 3 cards. You can cast every card for free. You also get 5 mana, one of each color every turn, including your opponent's turns. What's going to be important in this format is card draw, counter spells, and discard to some extent, but the card was the most important. One of the best card, if not the best card in the format, is Arcane Epiphany. Draw 3 cards. And there's also Consuming Aberration, which is a complete bomb because no one plays land. You get 42 cards, so you have to cut 2 cards, but you have to play every card you play. So a card like Thrill of Possibility, getting rid of dead cards, is good. And everyone is going to end up with some dead cards in their deck. But counter spells is also incredible, especially since the best counter spell also loots. So let's see how this goes. We are drafting against a bot here. So what do we get here? We get Simone, which is actually not that good of a card because it's just a threat. And yes, you can pump up your things, but it's very slow. And I actually think that Fleeting Distraction is the correct pick over Simone, just because if this was a regular draft, I would take Simone. But I don't think this card does that much. And a card that cycles is just, funnily enough, a better card than Simone. That's the thing about quick draft. Oh, here it is, this bomb. Leyline is actually not even that good in this format because nothing costs mana, so if you have it in your opening hand, it doesn't matter. But this is one of the best cards in the set, and it's a fantastic card. Doesn't matter if you have wizards or not. And here you may think that Mischievous Mystic is good, but it's actually not very good. It's fine. I mean, I'm not sad if I have to play it, but the correct pick here, I think, is Icewind Elemental, because it loots. And as I said, you end up with a lot of dead cards in your deck, and this just helps you hit your card draw. And a 3/4 flyer is also not a bad way. Often ends up is that someone gets a great advantage and gets a massive board, and then this type of cards finishes your opponent off. So we have already, oh, insane. So there is a Progenitus, however, but there is also an Arcane Epiphany, and I think Arcane Epiphany is a better card than Progenitus. Progenitus is an awesome threat. It's a 10/10 protection from everything, kills your opponent in 2 turns. But I think Arcane Epiphany is actually the better card, as crazy as it sounds. Here, there is Self-Reflection. This card is surprisingly good because you always have access to Flashback with 4 mana every turn. And it's pretty good. This is also a fine card. It basically cycles every turn for a creature, and you end up with bad creatures, but I think Self-Reflection is slightly better. You get 2 creatures for 1 card, and oftentimes you can hit the creature that has an enter the battlefield effect that loots, for example. Here, I like Micromancer. It is basically a cycler. Once you have a Fleeting Distraction, it always cycles, and that's fine. And there isn't anything else here is good. Run away from together is okay, but... oh, we got another piano. This time I'm going to take it, because here isn't any card draw anyway, and this is a great threat. In some scenarios, you can even use this to not get decked. You loot it away, and then you have 1 more card in your deck. But Pianitus is still a great threat, and I'm happy I took the Arcane Epiphany over Pianitus because I got one anyway. Here, there isn't anything that's good. I might actually take a land here. A land is not good, and I would not like to play it, but there isn't anything else that's good here. And this does help you with some double-colored flashback cards sometimes, and double-green flashback cards. So it's a bad card, but I'm gonna take it anyway. And here I take Light Shell Duo. It's not a good card, but it does surveil, digs you towards stuff, so it can be fine. And it's not like I cannot play it. Here I'm gonna take the big creature. Don't want to play any of these cards, but I guess this card is probably the best of these. As I said, you have to play. Oh, that was a gift. A late cycling card. I take Broken. I don't like this card. I don't think you can oftentimes use them. Broken Winds is a nice interactive card. And we got one anyway. Okay, here it's a pretty easy thing. Twice Think Twice is awesome in this format. It's a draw 2 cards for 0 mana, or 2 mana, I guess, but you get the mana for free. And your opponent can't even counter it in an effective way because it has flashback. So hopefully I will Fleeting Distraction or Burglar Rat, but Think Twice is awesome. Almost as good as Arcane Epiphany. And here's a big card, Refute, one of the best cards in the format, because oftentimes what ends up happening is that someone has a card draw spell, and this deals with that. Plus gives you a loot to loot away a dead card, so it's one of the best cards in the format. And this is a pretty bad pack. I think it's between Heroic Reinforcement and Macabre Waltz. None are particularly good, but I think Heroic Reinforcement can have a little bit more utility. Sometimes you can kill your opponent on turn 1 with this card if you end up with a bunch of cards, a cycle, draw, and then you just cast this and maybe kill your opponent. It's not as good in this format as it is in regular, but I think it's the pick here. Okay. Oh! 5,000 Year Storm. This is one of the best cards in the format. Because you're casting this for free, and then you cast a bunch of instant source and you copy everything. So this is just awesome. I think it's better than Think Twice. Think Twice would be my pick otherwise, but yeah, this is looking great. I have a lot of good cards, and I get another Refute here. Awesome. I think this is one of the better decks I've had. I had one earlier today where I had actually a Time Walk. Here, easy pick in Dreadwing Scavenger. It's basically a Icewind Elemental, but it's better if you get to untap with it, but you get multiple loots. Otherwise, I would take the Incinerating Blast. It's not a bad card either. And I don't like any of these cards with Squad Rally. Actually okay, because you can activate during your turn and your opponent's turn. I do have some. I mean, heading this card is not exciting, but you can hit Dreadwing Scavenger. That's about it. But it's better than anything else here. And, oh, a Looter. Awesome. Better than Squad earlier, I think. Oh, Fleeting Distraction Wheel. I think it's better than Pilfer, but they're both pretty good. But I like trying to dig towards my deck. And here I don't like any of these cards, but this card has some uses, and it gives you a treasure. It could be useful if you have some double-colored flashback card. And sometimes you can steal something very big. And I guess all these cards, the best card is probably Lightshell Duo. Lightshell Duo is also kind of nice if you got some flashback cards. They say I get some more Think Twices, then it puts them in the graveyard. And I have a Self-Reflection as well. Here, take Runaway Together. And Fire and Archer is not terrible. Does actually end up pinging your opponent a lot. And there's a planes I'm probably looking to cut, but we shall see. Oh, Vivian Reed. I think Vivian Reed is great in this format because it's basically a card draw spell. Yes, you're not going to be able to hit like Arcane Epiphany, but there's a lot of creatures I can hit. Often I can hit like an Icewind Elemental. And there isn't anything else here that's good anyway. I mean, Stab is just very bad. This card is okay, but you have to pay the mana for the card. You can't cast it for free. So I think a Vivian Reed is going to be good here. And Helpful Hunter, awesome. Cycles, and that's perfect. I mean, and then you can use it with Runaway Together to draw another card. Yeah, very good. Okay, Genesis Save is not good. It basically does nothing. I think I'm gonna take Essence Scatter over a mediocre card draw spell, because Essence Scatter does counter, like sometimes it counters like an Icewind Elemental, and sometimes that's all you need to break up the chain. There are a lot of creatures you want to. It's very much worse than Refute, of course, but this card is not good because you can only cast it for 0. I think I'm gonna take another Micromancer, and that's another reason why I was happy I picked up another Fleeting Distraction, because you can sometimes end up running out of targets for Micromancer, but now I have 2 at least. Oh, Refute. Not even close. I mean, Meteor Golem is fine, but Refute is the nuts. Yeah, this is not great. I think it's between the Whelp, which is a slightly better version of Archer, or this card, which can sometimes trigger on your end step, but I don't have that much removal actually. I don't even want removal, but I don't even have much anyway. So I think it's gonna be a whelp. I don't like it, but I have to take it. Oh, this card cycles. I like it a little more than Burglar Rat. It seems like this deck is mostly focusing on drawing cards for me and not stopping my opponent that much. But... And here I don't want to play anything. I guess Macabre Waltz could be a fine card to like get back like some Icewind Elementals, Dreadwing Scouts, stuff like that. It's not the worst. And here I'm gonna take the interactive card. Eatrise is also an option sometimes, but I found it's pretty bad because you're so reactive and sometimes you have to bounce like a bunch of cards that draw cards for opponent. And I think Maker Move is a fine interactive card again. I don't think this card does anything for me. No. And here I'm gonna take the Ravenous Amulet. I think just another card or spell. Rexage is okay, but if your opponent doesn't have a target, it's so terrible. Take Fake Your Own Death. Not a very good card, but can do something sometimes. Okay. I don't think you can kick this with Omniscience Emblem. Not that it's a big deal anyway. Okay, so I have to cut 2 cards. And I think the Plains is the first to cut. So I cut the Plains. I wonder if I should cut Thornwood Falls or another card. Thornwood Falls gains me 1 life, basically. And it also means I'm not dead on the spot to Consuming Aberration. Not that I care about, I mean, it's a rare, I'm not going to play around it. But I think the land could actually be better than one of the absolute worst cards in my deck. And I think the worst card in my deck is some random creature. I think it might just be the Crypt Feast, which is the worst. Because the cavalry I can hit with Squad Rallier sometimes. That could be good to loot away. I think this is the worst card in my deck. I think I'd rather have a land that gains me 1 life than a creature that does basically nothing. Alright. Let's go. We're hoping always to be on the play. It's super important in this format to be on the play. But if I'm on the draw, I really want to have some interactive card, like a counter spell or something. But we shall see. If you have a starting hand with no card draw and only bad creatures, you have to mulligan. Opponent's on the draw, but I have a Refute and Arcane Epiphany, so it's a snap keep. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about a random creature. Creature does nothing. That does nothing either. I mean, it's a scary card, but I'm gonna wait to my turn to draw cards. I don't think there's any reason to draw cards during my opponent's turn. Oh, that's a possibility here. I'm gonna start with this. Opponent has no resistance, and I'm gonna this. Heroic Reinforcements, huh? Is there any way I can deal 10 to my opponent this turn? I don't think so. Let's get rid of the right. Or cast a duo. Refute is good, but at this point, I'm actually a little bit behind on the board. See, if I employment this and then heroic reinforcements, I think I'm gonna do this. Employment that. Play the cavalry. Play heroic reinforcements. If I attack with everything, my opponent takes 17. That's not good enough, so I'm only gonna attack like this, leave 2 Charm Blockers back. And my opponent has to jump here. And then I have a counter spell, so this should be fine. I have 2 jumpers. Meteor Golem. I think I counter that so I can then next turn. Okay, well, I guess it didn't work. Well, so my opponent blows up the flyer and has 2 blockers. Okay, that was not a bad draw, so I can return 2 creatures and then cast one of them. But I lose one of them. There it is. I can give it haste. I hope to discard a flashback card here. Did it? Okay. But I'm winning this race very easily. And my opponent is dead in 2 turns. Okay, well, it's unfortunate, but my opponent should have attacked with the Soul Core. There's no reason not to. I get to draw a card here, though. This would be a good draw. That's less good, but I can get in for 2 here. Actually, is my opponent dead? No, wait. This attacks my opponent down to 2, and then he can block 2 things. Yeah, my opponent is actually dead here. Because this can't block. Alright, cool. I think my opponent either got very unlucky or didn't know really how to draft this format. Right, I will play with a fantastic hand. Yeah. I wonder if I should play the arch, because the reason not to play arch is so I can loot it away. But I think it's worth playing it because I could deal a lot of damage with that. And I do have a Itsugi Second Right in my deck. So I think it's worth to keep it. Not 100% about that. My thought process is that I think they're going to resolve this, and I'm going to get to draw more cards. So I don't think it's so important for me to keep a card in hand. Oh, Preemptus, I love it. Let's lead with this. Get a fleeting distraction. Love causing Progenitus. Gonna fleeting distraction this. Cycle. Oh my god. This is absurd. And the Vivian Reed. Let's keep going. Maybe I can kill my opponent with Hitsuga Sigurd. My opponent needs to be on 11 for that to work, because my opponent's gonna take 1. But well, maybe I don't even need to cast second refute or let's cast Vivian Reed. Plus it. Go well. Play the whelp. Play this. Hey, no, wait. Oh, I misclicked. Damn it. Oh well. I was about to sacrifice a creature, but I misclicked. Oh well, this is fine. Oh well. Could not kill my opponent with this because my opponent goes to 11. And then that's not enough. That was a good turn 1. Oh, another insane hand. This one is a little more sketchy if my opponent has a noddy turn 1 play, but I can't say no to Thousand Year Storm or And Arcane Epiphany. Man får en Mull. I could also respond with Arcane Epiphany if I want to do something to maybe find a counterspell. Giving up some value from this, but that's fine. I'm gonna respond with this, see if I find a counterspell. Because if I do, it's so good. Okay. Oh, I did. That's okay. That's a very good card. But I do have a Witness Protection. I won't get to draw 2 cards from it though, so that's annoying, but okay. Let's lead with the Icewind. One gets to draw a card in response. But if I cast Witness Protection, my opponent just draws anyway, so it doesn't really matter in which order I do it. Okay, gets refuted. Okay, opponent doesn't have too much more. Just cast Witness Protection. And digs with the Fleeting Distraction. I'm not refute. Okay, this is absurd. Well, I can cast Faustine's Storm, but I might as well just wait. Or there is Pilfers. Yeah, I should probably just play it. Maybe opponent has a third counterspell. Oh, okay. Well, that was unfortunate. Now I'm very far behind because opponent had 2 counterspells. Oh crap, that was the reason not to do that. But yeah, so it goes. Don't think I would have gotten too much value from the Faustine's Storm because my opponent could have always responded to the first spell with Faustine's Storm. Okay, that's not great, but at least it does something. Can surveil and maybe copy it. Yeah, this Spectral Sailor is just destroying me. Might as well just bin this. I don't really see why I want to keep them necessarily. I don't have a Storm deck. Because this way, by binning them, I get to see new cards and know if I want to keep them or not. Yeah, I guess I'll have to save it. I guess I didn't need to do that. But these are good cards, but they don't get me out of the mess. Might as well keep the Helpful Hunter though. Does it? No, actually, I think I'm gonna do that because again, a 1/1 doesn't matter on this board, and this way I get to see more cards again. What's happened? Yard. Creature my opponent has here. Nothing. Nothing relevant, that is. Yeah, these cards don't do anything. I don't even have a target for Micromancer anymore, so. Probably losing this game. This Spectral Sailor is running away with the game, drawing 2 extra cards every turn. Does mess up a little bit my opponent's thing twice, so it's not completely free, but maybe I shouldn't have played Faustine's Storm. I was playing around Pilfer and Seeker's Folly, but I guess I got punished pretty hard. One can now maybe surveil a good creature in the yard and get it back with the Soul Caller. I'm not out of this though. if my one doesn't have another counter spell, I could rip another Arcane Epiphany from the top. Okay, I might as well just kill the dwarf. No reason not to do that. Losing my cards anyway. And yeah, okay, my whole counters that. That's aggressive. I don't know if I would want to do that. Seems a little unnecessary, but oh well. Okay, I guess I'm out of this. Probably. Or should I wait? I just feel like I'm almost 0% to win this. Maybe my opponent draws 3 blanks and I like rip an Epiphany from the top. Alright, I think I'm out of this now. Oh man, this hand is so close to being awesome. I have a 1,000-Year Storm and a Self-Reflection. You know what? I'm gonna keep this. I know it's bad, but I can't resist. 1,000-Year Storm, Self-Reflection, flush it back at a bunch of Stompers. And then I have a 1,000-Year Storm to draw. This is probably a bad keep, but I kind of want to do it for the fun of it. Because I think the second Self-Reflection gives me... Oh, through that crap too. Alright, well, this was an aggressive keep. I probably shouldn't have kept it. Only looted away a card, it doesn't matter. Lost Self-Reflection. Make 3 6/6s here. Might be able to get lull me back into the game. Oops. And it's not like I still have a card in my hand to loot away. I think it's best to bank all these 6/6s. And I keep the land in hand for looting away. Okay. Sure. It's going to be a 4/4 pretty soon. Oh, my opponent milled it. Milled a think twice, that's value. Milled away one of the best cards in the set in the Descurator. But... Yep. Yep. It's going to be big. Okay. Oh my god, why are you not playing that first? Why you cast the threat then before casting that? It's so stupid. Oh well. Yeah, I'll take it. Alright. Well, this was fun, but I got a little unlucky there at the end. Thank you for watching.